Every dog owner believes their furry companion knows exactly who they are. A human, a caretaker, a best friend. But what if the truth is far more fascinating? What if your dog doesn't actually recognize you as a human at all? Scientists have revealed something truly mind-blowing about how dogs view their owners, and it's not what most people expect. In this video, the mystery is finally uncovered. Your dog doesn't think you're human. The shocking truth. From how dogs interpret human behavior to how they form emotional attachments beyond species boundaries, what you'll learn today might completely change how you understand your dog. So make sure to watch till the very end, because every part of this will help you see your bond in a brand new light. Before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible insights into your dog's world. Number 10. Dogs recognize you as part of their pack. For thousands of years, dogs have evolved alongside humans, but deep inside, the ancient instincts of their wolf ancestors remain alive. Wolves survive in packs built around loyalty, hierarchy, and protection. Modern dogs may look different, but their social structure still follows the same pattern. When a dog bonds with you, it doesn't categorize you as a human being in the way other animals might. It sees you as a fellow pack member, someone it depends on, protects, and sometimes even tries to lead. This is why dogs behave so differently with their owners compared to strangers. They'll follow you from room to room, wait by the door when you leave, and even adjust their sleeping schedule to match yours. To them, that's pack behavior, maintaining connection and unity. Your scent, tone of voice, and daily habits signal to your dog that you are part of its tribe. It's not about species recognition, it's about emotional belonging. So, when your dog curls up beside you or gently nudges your hand with its nose, it's performing the same gestures wolves show toward their closest pack members. It's a sign of loyalty, not because you're human, but because you're family in the only language they truly understand. Number 9. Dogs read emotions, not faces. Humans recognize one another by facial features, eyes, expressions, or smiles. But dogs operate on a different wavelength entirely. They don't rely primarily on what they see. They focus on what they feel. A dog's brain processes emotional cues far more intensely than physical appearance. Your scent, energy, and the tone of your voice are what define you in your dog's mind. That's why your dog reacts to your mood instantly. When you're sad, it might approach quietly and rest its head on your lap. When you're excited, it wags its tail and jumps with joy. Your face could look the same, but your body language tells a different story. One your dog reads with perfect accuracy. Dogs have up to 300 million olfactory receptors, allowing them to detect hormonal changes in humans. They can literally smell stress, happiness, fear, and even illness. This means your dog doesn't identify you by what you look like, but by the chemical signature that represents your emotions. To your dog, you're a living field of energy and scent, not just a human form. So the next time your dog stares deeply into your eyes, it's not trying to recognize your face the way people do. It's connecting with your emotional state and energy, trying to align itself with your mood. Because to your dog, emotional harmony is everything. Number 8. Dogs understand you through behavior, not words. Even though dogs learn to respond to human words, commands, and tone, they don't actually interpret language the way humans do. What matters most to them is consistency in behavior. For example, if you say sit, but use a playful tone or inconsistent body gestures, your dog gets confused. But if your posture, tone, and timing remain steady, your dog learns exactly what that action means. This behavioral focus explains why dogs are so in tune with patterns. They quickly memorize daily routines: when you wake up, when meals are served, or when walks happen. Not because they understand time, but because they recognize patterns of behavior. From a psychological point of view, dogs view their owners as powerful role models, but not necessarily human ones. You are their source of structure and comfort, like an alpha figure. They analyze your movement, body energy, and daily rhythm. This is how dogs communicate, silently observing, interpreting, and mirroring. To them, your reliability defines your identity, not your species. Number 7. Dogs don't differentiate between species. Emotionally, one of the most fascinating findings in modern animal psychology is that dogs do not separate emotions based on species. A dog doesn't feel love for a human differently than it does for another dog. Emotionally, the bond feels the same. Loyalty, affection, and trust are universal across the relationships it builds. That's why dogs can form emotional attachments to cats, birds, or even stuffed toys. They don't distinguish between human, dog, or animal in emotional context. The way they bond is based purely on how the other being makes them feel: safe, loved, and valued. When a dog licks your face or rests its paw on your leg, it's showing the same affection it would give another dog within its group. This blurring of emotional boundaries proves that your dog doesn't love you because you're human, but despite it. You're simply the most important presence in its social world. So, in your dog's mind, the relationship isn't human to animal, it's soul to soul. The connection transcends the limits of species. It's built on shared emotions, experiences, and trust. Number 6. Dogs recognize you by scent and energy. If humans identify one another visually, dogs do the opposite. They identify primarily through smell and energy. A dog's sense of smell is up to 100,000 times stronger than a human's. This means every person carries a distinct scent signature. And for your dog, that scent is your true identity. Your dog can smell you even if you've been gone for days, through clothes, bed sheets, or the faint trace you leave behind in a room. That's why some dogs sit by the door or sleep on their owner's belongings. Your scent represents comfort and emotional safety. Energy also plays a crucial role. Dogs are experts at reading human energy fields, the emotional frequency that humans emit subconsciously. When you walk into a room angry or stressed, your dog picks up that vibration instantly, sometimes even before you speak. It's not about understanding human language or facial details. It's about feeling your emotional state at its deepest level. This is why dogs remain loyal even when humans make mistakes. They recognize essence, not labels. To them, you are not human, owner, or species. Your energy, warmth, scent, and emotion, the elements that form your presence. Number 5. Dogs see you as a parental figure, not a human. When puppies are born, their first emotional connection forms with their mother, the one who provides food, protection, and warmth. As dogs grow and become domesticated, that instinct transfers toward the human who raises and cares for them. In your dog's mind, you represent that same source of security and guidance. That's why your dog follows you everywhere, seeks your approval, and feels anxious when you're gone. It's not just loyalty, it's attachment rooted in parental instinct. Studies from canine behavior experts show that dogs react to separation from their owners the same way human infants react when their parents leave. Their heart rate increases, they pace nervously, and they look toward doors or windows, waiting for your return. This attachment bond is identical to a child's emotional connection to its caregiver. But here's the shocking truth. This doesn't happen because your dog recognizes you as human. It happens because, in its perception, you're its guardian, provider, and emotional anchor. You fulfill a deep instinctual role that transcends species. So, when your dog curls up beside you or looks at you with those soft, trusting eyes, it's expressing the same love and dependence a pup shows its mother. Number 4. Dogs communicate through instinct, not language. To humans, words and expressions carry meaning. To dogs, instincts and reactions do. Every wag, lick, or stare they give is a deliberate act of communication, not a random movement. But here's the fascinating part. Dogs don't use these gestures because they think you're human. They use them because those are their natural ways of connecting within a pack, and they've learned to include you in that circle. When your dog bows with its front legs stretched forward, it's not imitating you, it's initiating play, just like it would with another dog. When it brings you a toy, it's offering a pack-sharing gesture, something dogs do to bond and exchange affection. Even behaviors that seem human-like, such as leaning against your legs or sighing beside you, are instinctive signs of emotional synchronization. Dogs have simply adapted these instincts to fit into human households. They're fluent in reading human energy, but still communicate using their own native emotional language, the language of body signals, tone, and touch. So, while you might speak words, your dog hears feelings. It responds to the rhythm of your emotions, not the logic of your sentences. Number 3. Dogs view you as their world's center. In the eyes of a dog, the universe is small, and you're right at its center. Everything from feeding time to bedtime revolves around your presence. This is why dogs are so emotionally sensitive to routine changes or sudden absences. You are the heartbeat of their daily world, the gravitational pull that gives their existence structure and comfort. Unlike humans, dogs don't have social media, schedules, or distractions. Their focus is entirely on you. When you leave, their world pauses. When you return, it restarts. They depend on your actions to understand time, safety, and belonging. It's not that they think you're human. It's that they see you as the constant force holding their pack together. To them, you're not a different species, but a living presence that gives meaning to everything they do. That's why they wait by the door when you're gone, or celebrate wildly when you return home. Their world begins and ends with you, not because of what you look like, but because of what you represent: love, safety, and stability. Number 2. Dogs don't worship you. They trust you. Many owners believe their dogs worship them, but dogs actually operate on a more primal and honest level. Trust. In the wild, wolves survive by trusting their pack members completely. They rely on each other for food, defense, and warmth. Domesticated dogs inherited that same mindset. So, when your dog obeys commands, waits patiently, or protects you, it's not idolizing you as a superior being, it's expressing deep trust. This trust is earned through consistency, kindness, and emotional reliability. When you feed your dog at the same time, reward good behavior, and avoid harsh punishment, it builds a foundation of faith that's stronger than dominance. Dogs don't think hierarchically like humans do. They think in terms of safety and emotional balance. In your dog's mind, you're not the boss. You're the reliable heart of the pack. That trust defines your relationship far more than control ever could. Your dog doesn't follow you because it sees you as human authority, but because it believes in your guidance the way a pack member trusts its leader to keep it safe. Number 1. Dogs see you as their forever bond, beyond species or form. Here's the most touching truth of all. Dogs don't categorize love. They don't care whether you have 2 legs or 4, fur or skin, a bark or a voice. To them, you are love personified, the being that makes their world complete. Your presence gives them purpose, your scent brings peace, and your affection makes them feel alive. Scientists studying canine cognition found that when dogs see their owners, the part of their brain responsible for joy and comfort lights up instantly. This reaction is identical to how human brains respond to seeing a loved one. But what makes it even more remarkable is that dogs don't need to label that feeling. They don't think, "This is my human." They just feel, "This is my one." Your dog doesn't think you're human. It thinks you're home. It senses your love not through words or logic, but through the bond that lives beyond identity or species. And that's what makes this relationship so pure. It's love without condition, understanding without language, and connection without boundaries. So next time your dog gazes up at you, remember, it's not seeing a human face. It's seeing the heart that defines its world, the soul it trusts unconditionally, and the companion it will love for the rest of its life. Every bond tells a story, but the one between you and your dog is beyond words. It's a connection written in loyalty, emotion, and silent understanding. Your dog doesn't need to see you as human to love you. It feels your energy, your warmth, and your care in every heartbeat. That's what makes this relationship so powerful. So the next time your dog follows you around, looks into your eyes, or curls up beside you, remember, it's not just affection. It's your dog saying, "You're my world." That bond is something no science can fully explain because it's built on trust deeper than anything else on earth. If you truly believe your dog deserves all the love and happiness in the world, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more heart-touching and eye-opening videos about the amazing world of dogs.